Yeah, let's get started, right? Gonna put another soundtrack on as well from the one that's in the game because I heard that too many times, and I don't know ever that some of this Sims music is gonna get copyright struck or whatever. So let's see what I can put on. I've been really wanting to play Final Fantasy IX for the longest time, to be honest. And yet, I feel like it's one of those games that I need to commit to. It's like stupid to play this. Like I played platformers, right? Just then jump in and out, hit and run. 1 minute here, 1 minute there. Now there may be dicks. Trigger warning: I did not take out the mod, but they will. I'll keep an eye out for them. That will be very short-lived. Please don't tell anyone. Do, 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 do. I've played this exact song before, and I remember saying it sounded like Team Rocket's sneaking music. Let's skip that. Oh, you guys couldn't even hear it. Well, whatever. So I actually made a change, but I don't know. Last time I showed it, it wasn't exactly like this because I reverted something here. See here, this house in the left, bottom left. It was a different house, but I put this one back there because I felt it's iconic for Zak. So Zak here is basically the guy that I took my screenshots from. He's a bit too tall for the thumbnail. He's a bit too tall for the thumbnail because I meticulously set their foot sizes to increase their height with the help of a mod that I tweaked. And it kind of works like this. You can set their foot size between a -100 and 100 per default. And that also determines their height somehow with this mod. So basically I could make some height differences, and because they're gods, I made them really tall, but hopefully, well, not tall enough to completely break their animations. Some do break. They all look a little wonky, but that's fine. I don't play the game anyway. Somehow the poses, the custom poses do work, but not the default animations. So again, I don't know what what EA is doing, but oh, interruptions. It's almost like it's not 2 a.m. or something. Oh no, I was muted because people were in the hallway and I forgot to unmute myself. That's a common thing these days, isn't it? People forgetting to turn back on their microphones and stuff. So I don't quite know where to keep this. Don't I have some kind of storage in the basement where they cannot get those books and make a mess out of it? Like just a space, safe space for the books where they will leave it alone. They leave the poor books alone. And they're just for my personal reference. No, there's no such space yet. So we're gonna make a book space where they will not touch the books, they will not hide the books, and they will not lose the books. In bookshelves and other places where I don't trust my books to go. Here we go. The secret extra special library. And the library, everyone, is closed. Let's give it a nice cozy wallpaper where absolutely no one in particular. Pretty cozy. I actually hate wall sconing. What do you call it? Wall scoting? Scoting? Something tells me it's not that. Wainscoting. Got it? I don't know the word exactly. This I don't like that. It looks musty. So the hidden book. Now this is not the world tour. This is just a little distraction. Sometimes we run into things during the world tour that are not going to be up to my standards, up to Pollo standards, right? God, it's so some fucking loud ass shutters outside. So my voice is back. Are we still here? Are we still here? Good. So let's see what the other books are. Because my Zach is originally, before he became streamer, which he really isn't gameplay wise because I haven't done much with that. But let's say he's a famous streamer, world famous 5-star streamer. He was a writer. Is that not actually what I should be doing with my life? Isn't that something I could learn from? Maybe I should just do that. You know what? Actually, with writing, it asks for even more input from the audience, even more effort. So I'm not so sure. I'm pretty positive I had a box somewhere with books, but I can't find it. That's what I mean with I prefer the books to be in a separate space. Because I wrote so many books, and I can't find a single one of them now. They're all missing. The box is gone. I don't know where the books are. Could it be in inventory? The household inventory? I don't see them. That's not good. Well, I mean, technically, I made backups of the book somewhere. Most of them. But I also could swear that I had a box in which they were stored. Fuck knows why I would put them there. See this? It's not a box. I didn't see it. Oh my goodness. So how about this? Oh, that's not a bookshelf either. Okay. Lovely stud here. Needs to move over. Here we got the current harem. Jedra? Yaruk? Pomeroy looks similar because of the hair, but they're very different characters. And Shrikar? Emmy? The almighty tallest one. These are, like I told you guys about this before, they're primal gods. These three in the middle. Only the biggest and most powerful will qualify for my harem. But then on the left, that guy is actually kind of young, relatively, like compared for gods. He's very powerful. He's on his way. He's on the rise, especially from being in my presence. He's a growing boy, but he's not there yet. He's not on this level. You cannot really see it in the painting too well, but he's a bit shorter than the others too, because of that. Still like becoming more potent. No, I'm still looking for. Where the fucking book went? See it? Well, isn't that just typical? I don't know where my books are. What if I put down a fresh box? Will this box share storage space with the box dimension inside of the other boxes? So let's put down this stupid looking treasure box. What's inside a treasure box? Nothing. I'm pretty sure this is a mod because look, it's in English. And yet somehow that is not such a convenient feature. Is not actually in the game per default in the vanilla game. I'm gonna put some stuff in the fridge. For some, like I said, for some reason, my sim decided to carry around lobsters in his inventory and a bear poster that I think he actually has somewhere. But if not, then I'm gonna put it on the wall because it's an important. Bears are very important animals. Black and red are basically the two colors that like I said yesterday, the only colors I can combine easily in this game that are not just white, 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 white. Is that household then? And this would be the famous streaming legend, Zak. Simply Zak. Well, actually, I think Zacharias might work for him, but just Zak will work. That is usually the basic Zak. It's not actually basic, but the default one. Now we're gonna have a look at the guy he swapped houses with. We can make it past his loading screen. Because he swapped houses with not quite swapped it, did he? No, he didn't. But this house used to be there in that spot, and now it's here. This is the, well, I would say infamous, but it's not quite it. It's also not legendary. This is the moderately well-known Camel Heads of the Cabin, the Legend. Now the Camel Heads, guys, I mentioned them before. They are a landmark near an island called Bornholm or Burnholm, I don't know. Bear Island in the south, in the Baltic. see, and I was supposed to go there, and I missed the plane. Right? That's one of my biggest success stories ever. And so I never saw the camel heads. They're a rock formation near an island in, I believe they're in Denmark officially, but they're to the south of Sweden. And that's what I named this cabin after, camel heads. But because it turned into a little bit of a house, of an experimental house with guests I tried to drown and stuff like that, I made the name a bit more violent. And who would live here if not Broden Garotis or Brodengar? Is that your name? Yeah, that's his name nowadays. This shredded Bara link, basically, because I kind of use Link's design for him, but he actually has the genetics of one of my own characters, and I gave him pointy ears and CC hair for Link. So basically, he's Link reborn and upgraded. Because look, finally, he's got some muscle. He's no longer got girly arms, and he doesn't look like he's 13-year-old anymore. And then we got this Instagram stud. He's just there to look hot and be smarmy. Honestly, it goes well with Broden. He's a young and restless guy with a smug haircut. Like the haircut itself is smug. And he is a rowdy, demonic punk. And he lives here, out in the woods, without a care in the world, and all the groceries are delivered to his doorstep. Or just conjured from thin air, really. They just magically appear in the fridge because it's the fucking Sims. That's how things work. And he's not otherwise that involved or invested in anything. Like he does his own thing. He's not that responsible for others. He doesn't seem to have pets at the moment either. This guy's a vampire because I need to give Link pointy ears so that this is a vampiric Link for now. Right, moving on. He is also basically the youngest and the only non-primal Zak at the moment. Non-primal means that he's not a direct descendant from the All-Father Zak, basically. Like, he's indirectly related. But he's there for his own sake, for his own... See, he's also not really called Zak, so... But he was heavily based on me, and maybe a bit implements a lot of traits from when I was younger. Next up, we got this. Brolive didn't really change much. Brolive, he's big, he is sensual, he's thirsty, he is sportsy, he's a whole piece of ass. And he's a giant. He's really, really tall and beefy. Probably as tall as the other Zak that I just showed first, but I guess he's a bit more muscular and a bit less complicated sometimes. So that actually works in his favor, honestly. He's not a type to stream and waste his time on that. That definitely reduces a lot of complications. Let's see. I said he's not the type to stream, so don't go behind a PC now. So he lives with this guy, who was loosely based on Marthlight. Link was based on Link Vault was based on Link, but he took his own turn. Marth is still quite twonkish, but he's got some chest here, so he's also got in his own turn another loose adaptation or adoption really of an existing character, but completely reimagined to match my universe and my rules. You got a memory here, and memoir of Zak, who doesn't live here right now. So Broly has this harem. He's got a taste for more petite man. This is petite in my book, right? He also got a bro type here. This is the probably kind of a smart cookie, this guy, but still a jock. And you would say he's a smart cookie, but then he's swimming around in a 1x1 towel. But that's just Sims not being able to be smart cookies, right? And it's just that quality 2023 AI we've heard so much about, filtered through EA's incompetence. I hate it. Go to your work. And who are you? Hadrius, again, another petite, slender guy. No, he's actually kind of like on his way to become a bit more ripped and shredded. Maybe it's good for him to live with the other jocks, because he has got Broly and Kudos here, who's a primal, as examples. Richard Boudoir is not, but he is a younger version of a god who is a primal and who's very powerful, very wide, and one of the biggest guys in his family. So he has potential as well, and he's already very hairy, so that I can see that going places. That's always good. There's a lot of hair to snack on. That's a word that's somehow on the top of my mind, you know? First thing I think of. So there's Broly, you can see he's kind of this athletic type. Here he's doing some... I guess this is in character for him. A stupid game. Something physical with his bestie. Another hulking menace of a man. So this is cozy times with two bros, right? An interesting Zak, and maybe one of the Zaks I channel the least, but still loosely based on me. Based on me enough to be a Zak. Alternate universe, maybe. Let's see. The final one. No, I'm not sure where it left him. Oh yeah, there are alternate versions of them as well, but those are a mess. I haven't adjusted their heights. I'm not sure if I have the fucks given to do that. Do I have to think? Oh, here. Yeah, right here. The final one. Zacharias. I'm not sure yet entirely if this is not Zacharias. But for now, I'm not using Zacharias for him, but Zacharias. So doesn't matter. He is mostly known as dad to the other guys. He's their father, or at least the father of the primals. So he's like the creator and the destroyer and all that, yada yada. And probably the only ones that are sometimes just not submissive in his presence are the other are Brod and Broly Zak, basically. The rest are all like groveling. Prone to groveling. Because he's kind of big and scary, so I guess they should. Good idea. Just as you should grovel for the plum bob. true master of this universe. Hello there. Why is it? Oh, wait, those tropical trees I put there. You're not real. Or is this house again? Zach Lutricio used to live here, but because I kind of want to channel this guy more, he's more mature, more responsible, sounds familiar, something I should be. And pretty badass, honestly. And also quite, let's use the word sensual. Horny. Horny, but you know, yeah. That's a good guy to channel. So this house is the one that I kind of identify the most with living here. The idea that I lived here. I actually physically been here. Or at least the cabin this house is based on. I've been here many times in my childhood. Obviously, it doesn't look anything like that. After a while, it evolved, but the basic layout with the bedroom here, kitchen here, living room here, and another bedroom here. Bathroom would actually be here, where the kitchen is. I guess you guys can see the cursor, but that was actually a real thing. This bedroom here, apparently some versions of those cabins that exist, I checked out some I call them floor plans. Yeah, I was gonna say map, but it sounds stupid for a house. It's not that huge. There's no upper floor originally, but you know, there's a lot of guys living here, so we had to expand a little bit over time. There's also sewer, but that's mostly in this version, and the reason the sewer is there is because I was drowning people in there that are not part of my household. Complicated. It's complicated. So first of all, we got... He's not the right size, I think. I suspect he's not the right size. Look at the avatar, he's not the right size. Now sometimes this is the problem with the vampires, because they got two different forms. Let me see what I can do about its size. Well, he seems to be the right size. 30. Let me hide the dark form, or is this the dark form? But this is not updated. The avatar is crocheted and it's not updated. He's the right size. To crow up the ass off because he's really big. If that's your thing, you can crow up his ass. Probably. That's plausible. Plausible, but and oh yeah, because I want to identify with this guy more. Kupo is here too, because he's relatable. So the things that he associates with, the house he lives in, the pet he has. Kupo would never wear that, by the way, but he should. Yeah. I wanna annoy him. Oh, that's some big feet, Kupo. Watch out. Because he seems so stupid. They don't even care. This is a very brave iteration of Koopa, by the way. You should channel that one more, because this guy is not even afraid of everyone and anyone else but me. So here's Shrieker. The biggest gods after the Zag, and he's kind of like the quintessential one of the... I hate this part of the house, by the way. The camera is broken here. It's actually not meant for them, this part of the house. He's got a lot of the biggest everything, without going into detail. He's a bit lazy sometimes, but somehow he still got like the biggest muscles and stuff. He's like ultimate laid-back demon god. Quite originally was a little bit aggressive, I think. But he got more mellow. But he's still prone to being like a bit argumentative. if opposed or argued with, although he only has like a few that would actually go toe to toe with him. That would dare. That would dare defy him. So you don't see that side of him too often simply because everyone is scared shitless of him. Courageous though, well, he's easygoing. He's very loving and caring. Another big boy, like I think all of these are primals. All of these are primal gods. That means they're powerful and huge and very worthy of being in my harem. Very worthy of serving me. Look, there's no mosaic, but thankfully there's also no dick. So that's good. That was a good save. Thank you for hiding your dick. Tucking. Rock is tucking. There we go. Put him some clothes for him. He's a military guy. He's a warrior guy. Don't know why he's meditating though. But maybe that's part of his routine. He could be quite intense. He's a fighter. Or maybe he needs this kind of routine to keep his zen. Does that make sense? Nice pose though. Very good pose. Very lucky pose. That's Riffy, the big one. Along with Shrieker, I think he's kind of the biggest guy because he's kind of a daddy type, and lore-wise, I have the tendency to make those the strongest. Everyone wants them to be anyway, so might as well have them the strongest. Lane is actually a doctor, believe it or not, but he comes straight from the set of Grey's Anatomy, so he's a hot doctor. Here we go. Military guy. He's a server. He's a part-time doctor. I won't say he's a full-time doctor. He's not a hard-working guy. He's mostly just a doctor for like, you know, the oohs and ahs. Raja, tropical warrior, dancer, and finally, again. Oh, you got another. This is supposed to be a wombat, but it's not really a wombat. So it's a dog that looks a bit like one. Camera's broken again. Busted this fucking camera. And Big Zak, right? Zakuros. So that's the last one. The dad of this entire family. Big Daddy. And the lord of this Sims pantheon. An inspiration, truly. Truly an inspiration. And with that, I'm leaving it at this for now. Leaving the stream at this. Oh, I've done a lot of talking. My voice needs a moment. So, thanks for checking up on me. I'll be available for chatting. I'm still not very tired, so I may actually continue to stream. I don't know yet. We'll see. But this was fun. I always enjoy showing like what is the status now, and they had a lot of shuffles with their partners and houses. Even their names were changed a bit because first Zakuros was Zacharias, but then Zach Latricia was Zacharias and stuff like that. And just tweak it so I can like in my mind. It helps me channel certain sides of myself. The more I identify with this or that version, like, and sometimes I'm like, you know, I want to identify more with the mature version. How do I get there? How do I get there? Of course, when I'm streaming, no. Streaming's about having lighthearted fun, about being silly and goofy and animated. I don't really see myself act like a daddy or something, like we're grounded. That's very much that Zach Lutricia thing coming out, because he's a crazy one. The crazy one. Chaotic is the word. Chaotic. And if he's bored, he will just set something on fire. Probably a universe. No. Not because he's mean. Because he's like bored. He's a laugh. He's a laugh. And he will do it for the stream, so it would be for everyone's enjoyment. It wouldn't just be for him. He wouldn't just do that for himself. It would be for everyone's sake. Except for the people that are burning, but you get the idea. Sorry, it's not as interesting as a full Vor tour, full body Vor tour, but it is a tour, and I hope you enjoy the guide. We jumped from a lot of world to worlds. I mean, I could go over everyone and everything in that save file. There are a lot of sims, like 162 or something in my households alone. Maybe? I don't know. Because I have so many clones. Like every sim has a clone. Pretty much. That lives in a slightly alternate house. In a slightly alternate bit of canon or lore. Bit more depth. Alright. Those are the updates, and I will be available for chat for a bit. So thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you very soon.